We talk more than ever before. We text, comment, DM, react, post, and scroll, constantly surrounded by words. And yet, somehow, we understand each other less. Human connection hasn't disappeared, it's just been distorted. What used to be shared through tone, eye contact, and presence has been replaced by emojis, algorithms, and quick digital exchanges. We've built a world where communication is constant, but connection is optional. In this video, we're exploring how communication norms have changed and how these new habits are shaping the way we relate to one another, and how a culture obsessed with staying connected has made us more isolated than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Antoinette Chanel and welcome to my channel. At one time, communication meant presence. You didn't talk at people, you talked with them. You read their face, heard their pauses, felt their energy. Now, every interaction feels like a performance. We don't just communicate, we curate. Before sharing something, we ask, how will this look? Will this get attention? Will this fit my brand? Social media didn't invent performance, it just normalized it. Every interaction is content. Every reaction is data. And here's the problem. When communication becomes performance, empathy starts to erode. Because empathy requires vulnerability, and vulnerability doesn't thrive under public scrutiny. We've learned to speak for the camera and not for each other. Psychologists call it ambient intimacy. It's the illusion of closeness we get from seeing people's lives online. The idea that because you've seen someone's story or status, you know them. But seeing is not knowing. Watching is not connecting. We've mistaken access for intimacy, attention for care. You can scroll through someone's life for years and still not know who they are. The digital world tricks our brains into thinking we're participating in relationships when really we're just observing them. And when the illusion fades, we're lonelier than before. Because it's not that we don't have enough communication. It's that we have too much of the wrong kind. The modern world rewards avoidance. Why call when you can text? Why meet when you can FaceTime? Why express anger or sadness when you can ghost? These habits make us comfortable, but they also make us emotionally stunted. We're losing the ability to read a room, to handle conflict, to sit in silence with another human being. Online, disagreement turns into war within seconds. There's no tone, no nuance, no pause for empathy. The paradox is painful. We've never been more visible, and yet we've never felt more invisible. Algorithms don't prioritize empathy, they prioritize engagement. The loudest voices rise to the top, while the quiet ones disappear. This has caused a cultural fatigue, a sense that we're always communicating, but never truly connecting. Recent studies from Harvard and the American Psychological Association show spikes in loneliness and depression, especially among young adults who spend the most time connecting online. Humans are social animals. We need the micro moments, the laughter, the pauses, the shared silence, the things that digital spaces can't recreate. Without them, our social muscles atrophy. And that's what we're living through now, a generation of people who have forgotten how to be together. Maybe the answer isn't to unplug completely, but to become intentional. Ask yourself, am I communicating to connect or to perform? When was the last time you really heard someone's voice? not through a clip or a message, but in person. When was the last time you sat across from someone and listened without checking your phone, without multitasking your attention? The technology that made the world smaller shouldn't make our hearts smaller, too. If we want to heal from social isolation, we have to relearn what it means to be present. Because connection isn't about constant contact, it's about conscious presence. And I just want to share a few words before I totally wrap up my thoughts on this, because there's a crisis happening right now amongst humans where we have large groups of people, large pieces of the population who feel so lonely, so rejected, but they also are not very skilled in how to socialize. And so it just makes all of that feel so much worse. And we are living through a time when parasocial relationships are stronger than I think they've ever been. And what's crazy is that the parasocial relationships don't just exist in one direction. It's not just the fans propping up the idols now, but we also have the idols, the celebrities, the public figures, the politicians who are now engaging their audience through that parasocial relationship in order to manipulate people into the outcomes that they want. And I think that we would be smart as people to rise above that, because we don't need more division between ourselves, and we don't need it amongst us. We need the division to happen between the people who actually care about the world getting along and the people who are being so greedy and making it really hard for large swaths of us to do that. That's what the real fight is, rather than us fighting our neighbors. But there are a lot of public figures and celebrities and people with power and influence who are very invested into us fighting our neighbors because that makes them richer. And we have to look out for that. Those are my thoughts.